Hello, today we're going to look at a 1979 Schwinn Sting. This was Schwinn's BMX, the top of the line BMX bike. We're going to go over the mechanics of the bike, unique features of the Sting frame, and talk about the parts that are on this bike. Okay, so the Schwinn Sting was first developed by Schwinn like 1978 and first became available to the public in 79. They sold the bike 79 through 83. And this frame was built by Schwinn's, their top frame builders. That was the Paramount frame builders. It's the same ones that built their top end road bikes. And we'll talk about it. Some of the features of this bike kind of take on road bike features, I guess, from coming from that group. So this one here is a 1979. And first thing we'll talk about is the serial number on these bikes. So this was an FN, which was June of 79, the 9 stood for the 79, and then all the serial numbers had the TO in it, which stood for tri-oval. So this was a June 79, and then it would have TO in it, followed by 3 digits after the TO, which would tell you which number of frame it was built within that month. Now the tri-oval comes from the way they made these frames is you have three points of conjunction here. So you see where the top bar comes into the head tube, and it gets wider right there, and it loses its round shape and turns into oval. So there's one. Then the bottom bar does the same thing. So there's 2, and then the down tube going into the crank, it does it once again. It gets wide, loses its round shape, and takes on an oval shape where it's welded in to the bottom crank. So you have 3 points of conjunction where it does that, and that's where it comes from, the TO for the tri-oval. 1, 2, 3. And the head tube on these BMX bikes was 1 inch instead of the 2 inch. That kind of takes on that road bike personality of these bikes. Now this frame was fully chromoly, so it's well built. And this one here is being a 79. It's an early 79, June 79. It has the first generation forks on it. I'm gonna turn it like this so we can see the forks with the decals on it. Now I don't think it came with the hole drilled. I think this was done by a previous owner somewhere down the line who wanted to put front brakes on the bike. But this one is drilled for a front brake application if you wanted to put one on there. Now the first generation forks, the difference between that one and the next years to come was it's straight right here, where the wheel goes on. Where the next one would have a bubble, it had kind of like a little rounded spot right there at the bottom, where this one has a straight down. So that's your first generation, and the decal is different. I think the next generation had the SBC decal on it instead of this one here. So we got the 79 frame with the first generation forks. Now this bike was put together for racing, so a lot of the original parts were changed out, but all these parts that are on it, we're going to go over everything that's on the bike, or period correct, were all put on like 1980, 1981, back when this bike was raced in the Austin, Texas area. And I guess we'll start right here with the wheels. So it's got the Arreo wheels with the Suzu hubs. We'll see, I'll go ahead and just spin that one. So that's front and back. I'll go ahead and spin that back wheel. All right, and then on the cranks, we got Maxi-Cross cranks with a Sugino chain ring, KMC chain, Shimano pedals. So, and the hubs on this one are dated 1980. So that matches up for 79 bikes. Got 1980 hubs on it. Laced to the Arreo wheels. This is the saddle on this. The seat on this is a Kashimax seat, which that was the company that was making the Team Schwinn seats. So this doesn't say Team Schwinn on it, it says Kashimax Aero seat, but it's the same company that was making the Team Schwinn seats. It's got race incorporated handlebars on it. The brakes are the diapomp, which I'll stop that right there and I'll do it again. So it's got diapomp lever and the brake itself, and it's got the Wyman semi-automatic barrel adjuster right there. So it's got a nice brake setup on this thing. Now we're going to take it outside, and I'm going to take it for a short ride, and we're going to talk about the head badge a little bit. This had the round head badge. Once again, this is coming from the group that did the road bikes. So they had the round head badge instead of the normal oval, longer head badge that you saw in a lot of Schwinn BMX, Stingrays, Scramblers. And just one more thing that's unique about this frame. So it's just top of the line frame. There's no brakes on the wheels, no repairs. A lot of times you see them for sale, and they broke right here. There's no cracks on this one, no brakes. All the wheels are sound without repairs. So we got a good solid frame here. Excellent bike, early 1979 Schwinn Sting, first generation forks, dressed out with racing parts, correct for the time. So you got a real solid bike. All right, thank you, and we'll see you outside. All right, so we got the bike down outside. We're gonna take it for a quick ride, but while it's out the stand, I was gonna point out this the head badge on that, how it's round and not the long oval traditional with the Schwinn written vertically on it. This is part of the road bike roots, and the steer tube on this is a 6 3/8, which is a little longer than like the Stingray or the standard Scrambler. I think it may be the same as the Scrambler competition or the I think it was SX 2000. And so this bike, also another unique feature which helped it on the track was its balance. You know, if it was taken all the way apart and you just had the frame and you had it sitting on the triangular here, the bike would not tip forward like most other frames would. So I'm gonna take it for a quick spin. We're gonna park it, and thanks for watching. If you have any questions on this is our showcase of a Schwinn Sting 1979.